Okay, the live stream should be starting up soon. Please give me a moment to make sure everything's set on up. I mentioned beforehand that I edited my previous stream. Since I was too tired to go continue on, I'll go and cast on today in order to help get some, just continue casting today. Long story short, I also am a little bit have a small pool of Age of Empires 4 replays, so I do need to get a good stockpile either way going. The thumbnail's good to go. Update the Rumble description. Good. That's going good. Check my other computer. Looks like it's not showing up yet. Yep, looks like it's going good now. Just had to double check my other screen. So I think everything is set on up, so let's go ahead and get started. Luckily I found this replay relatively quickly, 27 minutes, 41 seconds. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom, at the bottom side, bottom rightish side, as the purple French, we have Relic, which is probably not the company Relic. On the top left side, as the green Chinese, we have Beastie. Do have the, of course, that's Village, Mill, not big surprise. Also, okay, he's going for the sheep first, and he's going to collect the sheep, then he's going to collect the foray. The foray, I looked at the stats, foray provides the least amount of resources in comparison when it comes to food. I'm not sure that includes, like, to say that extra travel time because of bushes compared to a sheep right next to town center, but it might. Plus, a lot of foray bushes a little bit far away, while Magenta over here has claimed some deer. Oh dear. Over 4 onto gold. I have good feeling he's going to try to rush out some knights. Officials, of course, providing the Chinese player his gold. Wait, he also has no gold. He must invest in something. I can't say what he invested into. I don't know the Chinese all too well. And here's some more sheepies being claimed. Of course, these sheep will be led to their death. And now do have... Purple does find a good number of sheep right there. Very good. And we'll find another sheep as well. I'll just fast forward to ×4 this moment. We of course got the Imperial Academy deploy being fought out by green. And now... Oh, wait, that's Chamber of Commerce. Okay, my prediction of... the night school is completely off. This scout's going to try to find this villager. Is the scout going to try to stab that villager? That doesn't seem like a good idea. Maybe he's trying to follow him. Because this villager is going somewhere strange. So having the scout just scouting out his opponent makes a good amount of sense. Following this villager there, I think since he knows that the scout was following him, I think he had a good idea that he was... no, just fall back or continue forward. And let's see, does throw out the boar there to hunt down that villager. Very, very good. Chamber of Commerce. Every time I look at a site talking about Chamber of Commerce, it's always something a little bit different there. And the village down to 4 health, 3 health. And he's going to try, and does take out one of the sheep there. He's going to take time to bonk the sheep. It does bonk to the sheep there. Denying to the sheep. We've got these two villagers advancing forward. Got the spearman engaging the wolf. So do got a bit of aggression going on. Okay, Chamber of Commerce. Okay, doesn't automatically boost traders. Extra Market gains 1 free trader for each economic technology research. Okay, so it's technology research, that's not automatic deployment. Some reason I thought it was automatic deployment. Looks like Magenta's now trying to go for a handful of walls right here. And now going to try to pull out. That's a green tower right there. Purple's trying to wall off the region, potentially we close down a tower. And now we do have the villagers being engaged by the scout and the villager. Of course, the villager can't exactly do a lot of damage. Norkin Scout is locked to 1 damage. The villager is locked to 6 damage. Looks like they will get 1. I don't think they will get both. At this point in time, yep, just I thought, send them to the other trade post. Purple's going to be back on off. These villagers could take time and bonk the sheep again. And does not get that villager there. May have been down to 1 health, include even. The scout does receive a bit of fire there. Though I thought the scout would receive a bit more damage. Guess not. And I heard the dudun, it may have been a wall segment getting picked off. Maybe had like 1 health. Not sure then. Horticulture has been completed. We do now have... Let's see, do we see any additional traders being built? We are going to see a stream of traders being pulled out. And green's going for a defensive tower here as well. Or offensive tower. At this point, it's probably offensive than defensive. Taking time to upgrade to even fortified outpost has the hand cannon slot. So you can't just send a couple spearmen to burn it down the villagers away. And now it looks like these, 1 villager does go down as a Woodwind. Now the spearmen are going to come forward as well to help him kill off this retreating villager. Does have the scout here engaging the trader. We do have also more hand cannon slits. Of course, he probably does not have enough stone. He should have enough stone for the... He does have enough stone for the fortified outpost as well. Open my drink, you may hear sound. And I do see up here, we do have the Archon of the Sun deployed out right here for a defensive landmark. These traders are going to be denied as well. He just may want to keep these traders stockpiled up in his town. Do not have a Royal Knight has been deployed on the field. It will have a severe amount of trouble versus those hand cannon fortified outposts. It's getting upgraded to the fortified outposts as well. We do got a number of Royal Knights deployed on the field. Does link up a scout for improved scouting. And may want to send those sheep all the way back home. Another town summons being employed out by green. And this wolf does get some bites onto this Royal Knight. Royal Knight's now advancing forward, trying to get these villagers. We'll get some good kills there. And that outpost will be cancelled. Does get inside the town center. And the Royal Knight does see a bit of fire there. Quite a bit of fire. It does find a nice snapshot there with the town center. It's not a first-person shooter. But either way, maybe a good idea for this scout to go back home, deposit the sheep. Though he may be... it doesn't look like he has any sort of food income. No, he does have some. Probably some deer somewhere. Some foray. These spearmen are making their advance. Of course, the town center will rip them apart if it gets too close. Town center does also have some pretty good range. 8 range tower range. Looks like that's just maybe just outside the range. I'm curious, is that a little bit farther than the other town center? Nope, so 8 range. I don't know why those hand cannoneers just seem like they go a little bit farther. Let's get some good damage there onto these villagers with the Royal Knight splitting spawn across multiple angles. We do now have these spearmen now stabbing each other. We do have another tower being employed on out. And a hand cannoneer, that's why I'd say like it feels like the bunch reaches more longer, but I think it has a long wind-up time for its shots. That may be what's going on. And the knight and the scout were backing on off. And this area is pretty much well secure. You have a good number of village or spearmen here. You also have the Royal Knight as well. Spearmen start making their way forward, trying to gauge those spearmen. You also have a lumber mill here, and now he's going for it. Does lose one of the traders with that. It will cost him. I guess he's trying to get some loads of resources. And there goes another... Oh, that trader stays alive. Barely, though. I'm going to need to pull out a battering ram to help deal with that. I have to get to the castle age for it. We got a large number of stables being pulled on out. And over here, looks like this scout wolf gets some slices onto these traders. Of course, its damage output's still 1. So this lady on top of the... Oh, it's a horse, not a donkey. We'll have to take a lot of stabs. I guess that scout really doesn't want to hit a lady. Oh, howdy, I just saw your rumble comment. A bit more foray being collected down here. That is relatively exposed, but Magenta's doing a good job of containing his opponent. You got these spearmen here. Not pushing way forward. Artican's son just still in a good defensive position there to help secure that area. Now Purple's eyeing for some palisade walls help secure this area. You know how these villagers advancing forward, trying to claim some more foray. And these knights, they do have a scout nearby for spotting purposes. Hardened spearmen, there's a large number of hardened spearmen making their way forward. And Magenta will go ahead and back out of the region since he doesn't want to deal with those spearmen. Speaking about spearmen, this lady's getting stabbed by a spearman. Should go down 2 more hits. It does have 8 attack there. The spearman has 26 health, so you just can't turn around and stab him a couple times. And does manage to receive a stab there as well. She's still trying to run away from the spearman. She may be able to get to the town center. Town center's right here. It's getting pretty close, and the spearman's going to be back down off. Now, spearman could just get inside this fortified, or just outpost, just to get an extra arrow, because not like it can do much with that low health. Or take time to burn down this lumber camp. Those are Royal Knights have received their health regen upgrade. You got a large number of Zinj News put on the field. The problem is, as much like to see that unit, against all Royal Knights, they do have high armor. Zinj News will... They do 5 damage, and these Royal Knights have 3 pierce armor. If the French player were to get 1 more pierce armor, each one of those arrows would do 1 damage each. Right now, they're doing 2 damage each, which is not a whole lot. In fact, seeing all those Zinj News, I would advise the French player to really eye that upgrade. You now have an outpost right here. That deer will go ahead and go on down. This town center looks like deployed next to there. Oh, we got the fortified tower upgrade first. Maybe a bad idea. Should probably go for the weapon upgrade before the fortified upgrade. And I do have a banner ram being pulled out by Green. Apply resource technology, allow them to build out these siege weapons in the feudal age with this infantry. You'll throw a lot of arrows in that mill or into the outpost, and now the outpost will be burnt down. Going for astronomical clock tower, get out some durable siege units. And now the mill is receiving quite a bit of damage there. It doesn't get finished off there. course, green does have a battle ram here. There's a decent force here, mostly composed of archers and spearmen, so those Zooch News would do some great damage there. And got these Royal Knights, and the Scout does get ripped apart. The Royal Knights are going to be what he needs versus Zinch News, but there's a lot of spear in the reach as well. Overall, the French composition I don't think is adequate enough versus his force. The bowmen are of course good against all the targets in front of them. The problem is they don't exactly counter all these targets. Oh wait, the bowman does do a little bit of bonus damage versus spearmen, right? The light melee infantry, which is the spearmen. But still he needs those spearmen cleaned up before it sends in the Royal Knights. Both players are at Castle Age. We do got a research upgrade there. So we got the veteran Zinch News now on the field. I still don't know how to properly pronounce that. Zuchus? Zooch News? I have no idea. And these traders are still collecting resources from this trade post there, but it's going to receive, of course, a lot of hand cannon near fire. Mill's now receiving a bit of fire there, but will go down quite easily. He's getting out some more and more Royal Knights. He definitely does need it. He may need to get those archers engaged first and let the spearmen get softened up before he charges with his Royal Knights. We got these forces here, nothing too threatening to the structures, so we perhaps could ignore them. Now the Royal Knights are trying to forward. They will receive quite a bit of damage there and get stunned by the hardened spearmen. Archers are now getting some great damage there onto the Zinch News. And it only does versus melee, right? Light melee infantry, so it does not get any bonus from Zinch News, even though there are light, not light ground, but just light melee, not light foot. But now all those spearmen are down. The bows do reasonable damage, as the Zinch News have only one pierce armor. And Zinch News are doing a little bit overkill onto those archers. And the Royal Knight should be able to clean this all up, no problem. He does get additional pierce armor for these guys, which is very important. And now the commerce of trading seems to receive a bit of hits. It does take out the battering ram there now. There's quite a bit of wood there, a bit sprawled out, however. He may want to get another lumber camp on this side, or pull the villagers off to do something else, such as this mill. He will spot the scout will of course spot the villagers. And over here, they got a big wave of monk and villagers. Ah, there's where the mill outpost, just the monk was just in front. Going for some relics, very nice. You have some palace guards being employed on out. And looks the monks, nope, just not capture the points, just trying to walk by. Palace guards, they have less armor, but have more damage, right? Or more attack speed? Is that their... Move faster than men-at-arms, but reduced armor. So they're fast man-at-arms, but more vulnerable to archer fire and everything else. Spearman now advancing forward. Got some Zooch News on the high ground as well. Zooch News should do some great damage. Honestly, having him not focus fire is probably a bit better, because in the previous games he did too much focus firing, which resulted in a lot of overkill. Does finish the Royal Knight there, very nice. Now Royal Knights will go and collapse in onto those crossbowmen. The French archers are getting overwhelmed. They're of course fighting against these palace guards. They do have right now 5 pierce armor. The archers do have 9 damage, so they only get resisted a decent amount, but not totally. Oh. Where was that? I'm not sure where that conversion happened. Was that a misclick of some sort? Oh, was it this guy here? I was looking for a green monk, not a purple monk. So it may have been that purple monk there. It does get run down there, so I think that conversion failed. We now have a keep and outpost being put out here. And we also got some clockwork tower and nest of bees. It's not going for a line of palisade walls over here, but the infantry are already on the walls. He will go expand the gold. And this tower is still up and going, and Green tried to pull out a mill over there. If Green has Purple has a chance, he could pull out a battery ram there to clear out that tower so he can start getting some trade up if he so desires. Mining camp will go down. It's not really big loss. Another keep being put out by Green. And his Palace Guard is getting some great hits there on these villagers. Mostly there is still a little bit of potential opening there. These outposts are now being hit severely. They are both upgraded arrow slits. One outpost, fortified outpost, will go down. Green has Magenta has a decent force here, including some Arboteers. Arboteers do, of course, have a passive ability, giving an additional 5 ranged armor. It's going to be massive versus those Zook News. Their base armor is 2, so if they don't have those passives up, they don't get the passive Pierce armor. That was a really horrible joke. Magenta sword backing him off. He will lose his extra town center. You have a Spring Gold now going on the field. Multiple Spring Golds are on the field. Those Clockwork Tower nest of bees. Green does have the Sacred Site victory counter going down as well. 8 minutes, 38 seconds. There's also a large number of monks here for some odd reason. Do monks provide anything special other than just healing? Doesn't appear to be. You also got a Spring Golden placement in this keep. It has a small force there. Green's pulling out more keeps. Oh, looks like I had a bit of an upload rate issue with my stream. Hopefully that wasn't too big an issue. Local recording should still be fine. And now we do have some of these outposts being upgraded to Spring Golden placements. We're trying to go for some palisade walls here, but he was unsuccessful. Or maybe not. He is successful. There should be a hole right there, right? No, that's actually not a hole there. That's just a actual wall there. But those he would not be able to get that outpost there. Green's going for a lot of outposts there, focusing a lot of resources on that wood. Not wood, stone. Also needs a bit of wood. And gold. The Imperial official is actually supervising. Oh no, he's not supervising. He may want to actually order the supervised order there, because right now it says it's collecting gold. If he gets a supervised order going there, he will collect more stone from that stone. Got these villagers now getting overwhelmed by these knights. Does stop the banner ram there. Does load up inside the keep there, so it does get some extra arrows to fire out. Spring Golds are not very effective versus structures. The job of trebuchets. Now we've got these nested bees advancing on forward. And Magenta's now base forward with cavalry. There's a large number of palace guards here, which are not going to be exactly what those knights want to see. Spearman simply does want to see. And now great volley there on those archers there with the nest of bees. Spring Gold's trying to deal with those nest of bees. And thanks to the fact that they're clockwork nest of bees, they sustain 3 Spring Gold hits, not 2. Which really does change the math. He had 3 Spring Golds, now he's just down to 1. And you also got some barriers being pulled out by Magenta as well. Oh, what sort of... I'm not sure where that healing gun's come from. Maybe one of those landmarks. But either way, you get overwhelmed. Lumbercat's still under siege. We got some battery rams pushing way forward. Circle side victory is 5 minutes 36 seconds, so still plenty of time for Magenta to sort of sort that out. Now we do got Spring Golden placement versus Outpost. The hand cannon shot is 27. The Spring Gold upgrade is 42. The hand cannon upgrade is quite effective for a cheap upgrade. Villagers do come out trying to deal with those battery rams now. And do out these crossbowmen that could perhaps start gunning down some of these villagers. Battery rams should be able to, yeah, they do set the castle ablaze. Does get repaired on up. Palace Guards getting some great hits there onto these battery rams. The Spearman can turn around and pick up those Knights that do go down now. They keep maybe safe, all depends. No, most of the last Palace Guard will go down. And now the village is being annihilated by these Arbaletiers. We've got more Palace Guards advanced forward. Now there are elite Palace Guards. Green cannons come to Hero Age. We do now have a fresh battery ram here as well. Taking out this other battery ram will, of course, reduce his damage output. Castle's now set ablaze. You've got more villagers and Palace Guards advancing on forward, trying to stop this castle from being set up, destroyed. But we got a large number of archers here to kill off those villagers. I think he will get overwhelmed there. Going for a cannon placement, that may not be a good idea. He's actually repairing quite a bit of damage there. Think about going to cannon placement, it's almost dead, so everybody's just throwing a dog collar right here. More veteran Noro Knights here. Archers still finding way. The French is still on Castle Age. And the castle still set up blaze, but all the villagers are dead, so still will be burnt down, and Magenta's back out of the game now. This is Amgrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Not a bad replay there. Let's go ahead and I'm trying to alt-tab over. Let's see. Let's go for this person here next. Nice, easy person to find. 21 minutes. Molly and Mirror. 14 minutes. Not that one. 22 minutes. I'm sort of tired of seeing English. 23 seconds. Nope. 14 minutes. 14 minutes. 21 minutes. 15 minutes. 33 minutes, potentially. It is a Roost Mirror, so we'll see less variety in this game, but we'll see if either player's Roost playstyle is different. Bring back up Rumble. Greetings everyone, and Grade here with another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the top left side as the blue Roost, we have Zamato. Spawn on the bottom right side as the magenta Roost, we have New Madan. Looks like blue does find himself an early wolf there to kill. Killing off these wolves is very good for these players. Purple could try to, or magenta could try picking off those sheep there. And it looks like both players do find the deer there. Anytime we see a plus 10, that's blue. Every time we don't see a plus 10, it means it's purple. So it looks like purple's doing well right there. Almost, and we've got only 2 deer claimed by blue. All the rest were claimed by purple. This deer haven't all been cleaned on off. Looks like by blue. And do also now have the Kremlin being pulled out. That is multiple scouts being pulled out by both sides. Blue's finding a lot of deer here. Not deer, wolves. Why did I get those two mixed up? One of you pet, the other one you can't really pet as much. And it looks like a bit of a scout fight right here as well. does find that wolf there and kill off that wolf. Was killed off by purple, which is relatively important. The Kremlin has been pulled on out. We got over here the Kremlin. And the Kremlin's a great defensive emplacement. Or landmark, I should say. These blue scouts are quite healthy. Magenta's is wounded and full health. And let's go and take get out of caster mode and see everybody's fur trade. We got 345 for blue. Let's see, and for purple we got purple. You know, it seemed like we got a lot of good kills there by purple. Blue is far superior. I think blue is finding a lot more wolves than his opponent. Another town is being pulled on out. Dugor's got these militia members have been pulled on out. Eyeing for a bit of a hostile scout. And now do have, looks like blue scout doesn't get picked up there at this point in time. It's a minor victory. And we've got these militia members now stabbing some of those villagers. None of them goes down there. Probably should slow down the replay. I just couldn't find the slow down button in the other mode. I'm so used to the caster mode. But you know, we will be claiming all these deer. Blue scout here, good for scouting. Of course, the only thing left remaining on the map that's still alive is maybe a wolf here and there, but also the boar. What's everybody's opinion on the boar? I feel like boars are too tough in this game. You can't lure it with your scout. You can't kite it with a scout and start saloping away at it, because if you get out of its leash range, it gets healed up like MMO. And I find it's like, even if you send like 8 villagers after a boar, it will kill one of your villagers unless you go. Nope. Oh, then again, usually don't tend to research loom, because they're rather villagers. Who's not going for another town center? And you got a large wave of militia now being pulled out by Magenta. Magenta does spot this town center here. I don't think his militia members will get over there in time to disrupt it, but they may get some torches into it. And you got some militia now being pulled up by blue as well. Magenta's militia will last 15 seconds longer, appears to be. And now these militias are advancing on forward. In my mind, might find some damage over here. They're advancing forward with these glaives. The villagers will get inside the town center, no problem. No, he actually ordered them to drop off the resources. They weren't actually in there. The Kremlin may want to get inside the town center now. And let's see if we can play Ring Around the Rosie. You get some damage onto these villagers. And it looks like all the militia members will go run down. We have some stables now being pulled out. Maybe eyeing for some early nights. Some early nights. Right now, Magenta has 3 town centers. He has this one deployed out here as well to claim this deer. We got 2 scouts here in early night. Who's trying to quickly wall up this region. But he looks like he will not be able to wall in time before the early night gets here. Does get the Alpha Strike and does get a couple of slices onto this lady. That lady does get killed. And you got the paramilitia trying to sway off these knights. Blue's knight now advancing onto Magenta's knight. And will manage to escape on out of there. That wall was not complete. There are, of course, 2 Magenta scouts in this region as well.
Работа ждет. Близ стоит. Радуйся.
Looks like this villager will be focused down by this early night. It does get a good damn shot there, and that villager will go down. Both sides are starting to wall on up. Militia members advance forward. They may find the death of this one lady. And he does pick off that... Oh, there's a guy, not a lady. Either way. And both of them timed out right there. So they managed to kill off one villager before going down. That's pretty good. What is it? A pair of militia is cost like 40 food. And they killed a 50 food warp villager. Not to mention the permanent economic damage that causes. So overall, very good trade there. Magenta's militia gains some good damage there. No, that's not militia. Those are full... Oh yeah, those are... I don't know why it looked like a spear at first. Or at second glance. Northern Knights gains some good damage there on these villagers. It does get a charge attack there off as well. Does get inside the Kremlin now. Fires a good number of arrows. Another villager does go down right now. Magenta's down to 55 villagers. His opponent has 61. These knights will be backing on off. They're very, very wounded. And now it does get this villager chased down into the town center. You now have this hunting cabin being pulled out, trying to collect some berries there, some foray. This palisade wall has not been completed. Far from it. Now that's a big hole there.
Фаревник готова есть.
Got another pair of knights deployed out over here. Magenta has these knights here, and these purple knights are severely outnumbered, and it's run straight into 3 more, and they're not even getting additional damage off right there. And now you also got a wave of militia advancing forward as well. 10 militia.
Есть! Копия на брань суть! Идите!
Scouts falling on back. Militia members starting to engage. Got Blue's militia members have been spotted, but just Blue's outnumbering Magenta by a severe number. Magenta does pull out some additional militia here. There's 8 militia versus 10. This villager will get overrun, as will that scout. And you got these now militia members that are engaging each other, trying to avoid any direct conflict with those militia members as they do extra damage versus cavalry. Townsend does fire some arrows as well. There's a purple scout nearby, so purple has good scouting. In this area, blue does not have a lot of vision whatsoever. In fact, blue's vision, it is nearly point blank. Blue's militia will be killed off now. They may have been timed out as well. Magenta's militia here is down to 22 seconds. And this also is a blue scout in this region, so I may have not seen that earlier. It's going to be dropping more network frames. Not sure what's causing that. My apologies for causing any additional issues. Blue's backing up north. And down south we got the scout now getting some damage there onto that villager. Not a massive issue. And the Severin do quickly take out that scout. Magenta's now trying to finish up this wall. Blue's now building out the high trade house, which will give him some more deer from the hunt, which also does give more for a trade, which is very important. Magenta may go with the same technology. Magenta has less, what's called, less furs, so help him gradually grow that out. Who's now trying to eye this stone there? Nope, I think these guys are just mining here, then queued up to go there. And Magenta's knights should be able to get a good hit right there, though if we switch over to non-caster mode, we have him selected. He does not have full vision, though. He may have spotted those guys there, maybe not. He probably should have swept a little bit closer to the right there. Not sure why it does a static effect there. This is a medieval game. All those villagers getting hit, but I don't think any... Oh, one of them actually did go down. Got militia here also for defense. Blue's now advancing forward for a large wave of knights. They are upgraded to knights. Magenta Mates is not going for knights themselves, so it's early knights. Villagers are trying to do something or repair up the town center. Town center is receiving some repairs. Got a good number of spearmen here. Knights getting some great hits out of those villagers. That's get repaired up too, so it's not burning. And there's also big waves of arrows coming out. And these spearmen may not be enough. They are hardened spearmen right now. More of these spearmen advancing forward. Magenta does have armor, +1/+1 armor, but no melee attacks. While Blue does have the same as well as melee attacks. We got a big wave of spearmen now being pulled out. Magenta has 81 villagers versus opponents 90.
Иду, куда наказано есть.
Куда направляйтесь?
Magenta's not pushing forward with a large wave of spearmen. The militia are starting to decay right there. There's at least still one pair that's still alive. That also does mean that quite a bit of his force is just collapsed right there. They must have starved to death. Usually you get them better well fed. Here, boar is good for that. Speaking of which, the boar down here is actually gone. I think Magenta claimed that one. The boar for both players looks like it had been consumed. Scout is quickly stabbed right there. I got these knights now trying to poke some holes in these walls. Now with the veteran spearmen advancing forward as well, Blues force here is very wounded. You may want to get a warrior monk just to get these guys healed up. Blues not going. He's thinking about advancing. He could perhaps throw some guys into the town center because that town center probably provides some decent amount of damage. Because these are just only spearmen mostly. They currently only have one pierce armor, so town center fire wouldn't be half bad. Throw some knights in there to get the town center firing. Got the Kremlin here to fight out as well. Some of these spearmen are starting to clean up. The spearmen do get a nice brace there, stunning a couple of these knights, and they do go down. We got some archers to play on the field as well. They don't need to be very well upgraded to get some decent damage in. As well as a wave of militia. Over here we've got some more spearmen being pulled on out. Blue's trying to repair up this wall. May want to not get the palisade wall just yet, or the palisade gate, but he's going for it now. And we'll throw some torches onto it now. Magenda's force is now trapped in here, but it's just spearmen, relatively disposable. And his force does go down. The militia members were in the air doing some good work there. There will be expiring relatively soon. He could perhaps just tack order them out of the gate. Blue's now advancing forward with a couple of scouts to, well, scout. Second sight. Oh, no, that's just the warrior priest walking by. Magenta's now advancing forward with a lot of forces here. Throwing some forces into this wall. And so that scout does go ahead and go on down. The wall does go on down, and he's going to exploit the opening now. There's some crossbowmen here, as well as mostly archers. Good thing he doesn't go for a lot of crossbowmen at the moment, because right now he's fighting against a lot of spearmen. I haven't seen a whole lot of knights deployed out recently. In fact, if we look up here, there's only 2 knights deployed out, as well as 3 more on the build queue. Mostly just archers, so the crossbowmen are not going to be useful, honestly. You have this keep now being built out.
Построена дорога.
Down south, we got this town center. We're seeing massive amounts of fire from these knights. These knights are severely wounded. The town center should be set ablaze. Got Spearman now advancing forward, but I don't think he's going to save this town center in time. He just got out of the town center to get it repaired on up. Spearmen are going to close the gap. It's set ablaze, but the gales get extinguished there. In fact, he will save the town center, barely. Does take out one of those horsemen there. These horsemen still falling back. Got these spearmen. These great damage there, taking out a lot of these wounded knights. Eugene is trying to pull out some palisade walls there. He grabs quickly take out those villagers. Looks like he's just trying to run away. He does successfully run away there. Does cancel those walls off. And now Blue's going to be pushing forward. And there's a lot of housing for him to set fire to. As well as some villagers here. Spearmen in the region as well. Warrior Monk has been deployed now. As well as now some Maganos. Who's now advancing forward with a large wave of knights, archers, and crossbowmen. Archers are going to have some great work right there. It's forcing those knights to a relatively unfavorable engagement. Multiple Maganos blow it out of the main field. He's trying to protect those Maganos. One that does in fact go down quite quickly. This horse is quite wounded from that single Magano shot. Yeah, direct hit right there, getting massive AoE damage. Blue's army is just as wounded as ever now. Now it's supposed to start making their way forward. Blue has captured the central site there, may even actually by accident based on the positioning of that stuff. And getting some warrior monks here for healing or for inspiration. But that one's definitely on purpose. This knight will get spotted and will be stabbed multiple times. Let's take out that knight there. Over here, do have these knights advancing forward, trying to throw some torches into this fortified palisade wall. It's going to try to repair it up. Nope, or both try to repair it and put some extra walls there. Oh, looks like he does manage to get some stabs through the wall. And this wall will be deployed out. Does have a defensive group of knights here, but he is going to be outnumbered. 17 to 8. Trying to pull out Palisade Gate here as well. So you're now making way down south. We got this keep here as well. And now we do have these knights still get some damage there. And now we do have this Palisade Gate receiving a bit of fire. Try to push forward these spearmen. And now Blue has entered the Imperial Age. I'm not sure which order he built right there. There's the Kremlin. The High Armory. We do now have the High Armory blown out by Magenta. What was the other wonder he built out? Another person went for the High Commerce Center. Right here. High Trade House, not Commerce. Spearman does get overwhelmed there. There's a large number of archers here as well. Magenta's trying to reinforce this palisade wall with some more palisade walls. And he will not be able to close that gap in time. Double time gets Streltsy upgrades. Blue's going to eye for Streltsy. Blue does have a sizable army here. Magenta does not have enough army here. Magenta Blue not going to be gauging it out. Does receive a volley of arrows there. These villagers will be quickly picked on off. We have now a pair of Mangonels and Springald advancing in this region. We also got now these crossbowmen just poking some holes in that gate there. These knights are quite wounded. In fact, everything's still quite wounded. It seems like it's been a common theme for Blue's army so far. And now these villagers are going to try to run away. Does get these guys to the town center as well. Leaving these guys out to dry. Spearmen advancing forward. These knights could advance forward onto these bowmen to do a bit more effective work there. Of course, got the town center here for additional arrows. And the Mangonel does find a minor hit there, takes out one knight. Does find a decent hit there. Getting some more splash. Good volley there. Another great volley there onto these archers and crossbowmen. More good volleys there. He's been able to protect these Mangonels. These Mangonels are constantly firing, doing some great work there. Town center's doing some great work, but no, it does get out of the town center now. Over here, we've got now these veteran horsemen advancing forward, trying to get some good damage onto this palisade wall. Do now have this fortified palisade gate receiving massive amounts of fire there. Of course, Purple Spearman focused army would do quite good work. Looks like Blue's having good trouble with gold. He has placed down hunting camps around the map to get a little bit of extra gold income, which is very good. Costs no population, just a bit of a startup cost of wood. These villagers are now trying to run away from this region, but they will receive quite a bit of fire from these horsemen. They're trying to defend this area. There's a massive number of Springalds for Blue, maybe a little bit too many. More spearmen being deployed on out. I am not sure where these villagers are going. He may be eyeing for this gold right here. Yeah, Purple's low in gold. He does have this gold in this being collected as well as this gold. Looks like Purple has not gone for a bunch of hunting camps across the map. And these packed up Mangonels will get quickly overwhelmed by Blue. He does manage to fire a volley there in time, get some decent damage there on the Streltsy. And that Mangonel does go down. Horsemen are now advancing forward, and they're starting to overwhelm these villagers, no problem. Blacksmith now trying to be built. I'm not sure if he didn't have blacksmith. No, he had blacksmith already. Maybe try and get more blacksmiths for additional research. And a lot of blacksmiths there? Okay, he's trying to keep a lot of research, I'm guessing. Maybe he's been a bit slower than he would like. We got some Streltsy here. Decent damage on this horseman. Streltsys do have good damage, and if they stand still for a long after 10 seconds, they get a great attack increase speed, increase reload rate, or decrease reload rate, I should say. These villagers are trying to stab his horsemen, and now these villagers are going to be trying to build some more palisade walls, trying to reinforce his walls with some more walls. Now got the horseman, Blue's horseman advancing forward. Let's kill off some of the villagers now. Which I'm just trying to back on off of these from these guys. And these villagers are going to be overwhelmed by horsemen. Magentas are fighting a lot of, trying to put out a lot of fires, just causing a bit of issues for him. Not to mention, there's still an army at his doorstep. Magenta is starting to lose a number of villagers. But at this point in the game, Magenta does have a good reserve of resources, though. Spearman production is not an issue. Right now, it's just been gold production. Plus, Bullock does have good reserve. Not necessarily really a mass reserve, just a reserve of resources, but a good reserve of stone at least. Both sides have a good reserve of stone. Now we've got these horsemen advancing forward, trying to stop this gold there. Magenta is trying to go for keep. We got already a keep over here. No cannon placement here. And some of these villagers are being picked on off. Maybe want to get these villagers inside the castle to increase its arrow. So we've got these horsemen in this region as well. Could throw these villagers inside this town center in order to help it out. Because after all, the extra town centers do not have arrow fire, while the landmark original town center does have a auto attack. Spring Garden placement, upgrading the wooden fortress. He's going for the castle turret as well as the arrow. Well, if he's going for that, maybe we'll get for arrow slits, and then throw some units inside to get some extra good amount of damage. Horsemen are starting to be cleaned on up right there. Still got these horsemen here. We've got the spearmen now trying to clean those horsemen up. Gotta keep engagement. There's no villagers left over here. He may have lost them all to this keep here. Magenta does have less villagers at the moment, but that may be a good idea because he could give him a larger military deployed on out. Do not have a cannon deployed on the field. Multiple cannons on the field with some spring gold to support. This keep will not last very long with those cannons. Spearmen now making their way forward. We got a good number of Streltsy here, gutting down the spearmen. And now these Streltsy getting overwhelmed. He needs to back off these cannons. The Streltsy could stand and fight. He's about one of the cannons is down half health. The Knights or Horsemen are coming in for a flank, trying to hit these Streltsy. And now the Streltsy is able to stand and fight. Takes out all those Horsemen there. If they can stand out a little bit longer, they'll get their attack speed bonus. And now some that are getting an increased attack speed bonus, making a very good hard point there. Mangonels do fire a volley there, rolling a miss. And also, Banner start pushing way forward. Does take out those Mangonels there with the spring golds. He had a certain number of spring golds here. And trying to capture this point there. No Sacred Sites victory at the moment, because one of the Sacred Sites is uncaptured in Magenta's territory. This tower does go down there, and Magenta does back up the game now. This is Anna Great saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. If you also gave me a moment as well, I need to use the restroom. I'll be right back. Sorry about that. I am back now. Let's see now. Let's try to find a replay with this person. A lot of custom games. Usually recently I've been CC'd. I've been seeing a lot of those. I think those are actually some sort of mod. So nothing. We can probably take a better look at all that stuff, but I think that stuff is not going to be watchable by us, at least, because I don't have the mod installed. Here we go. Recent dates as well. 15 minutes. 21 minutes. 27 minutes. Let's keep this one in. Let's see. Oh, wait. I may have cast this one. Oh, no. This is today. 27 minutes is a good number. Let me bring up Rumble again so I can see any sort of comments. Greetings everyone, and Great here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spot on bottom left side as the Magenta Deadliest Ultimate, we have Louis MT. On north side as the Yellow Mongols, we have Lisa Fro and N. Going immediately for some wood there. Again, the oval has been built. And he's still going for more and more wood there. He may be eyeing for some sort of tower rush, my guess. We do have quite a bit of foray being collected here as well. And now the screw is going to be backing on up. It's going to be redeploying near that gold. And I do got these, oh, he went for early spearmen. I was not paying attention to that. Do now have some early spearmen here. Wait. Where's the barracks? Oh, there's the barracks. He spent some of his early stone to the spearmen. He's eyeing for a tower rush and then throw past the spearmen inside. He's a little bit too close. Receive a bit of arrow fire there. The Khan is here to support as well. At this point in time, the Khan does not have the ability to move and shoot, and his damage output is pathetic, too. We got a villager here. He's eyeing for a tower now. The scout can be avoided. These spearmen advancing forward with the support. Okay, that's a spearman as well, not a villager. Sometimes hard to tell when they close away his weapons. Going for this tower, more spearmen being blown out. He's using a stone for those spearmen. And now we've got the Tower of Victory being deployed on out. Now outpost is pretty far from being completed. We've got the spearmen now trying to stab these villagers. The villagers trying to go for the torches here, but of course he does have a good number of spearmen in this region. Published has to compete reach, and so that's the Deadly Sultanate, because you get it's like the Huns from Age of Empires 2 with the Mongols. More stones being spent on these spearmen. I wonder if he's gonna go for the what's it called, the Deer Stone. That's the one that you get the Yam Network upgrade for free, right? Mining camp is under siege. Once he's had a blaze, he'll get 25 resources from each. Let's go ahead and switch over to the Mongol player so we can see some of those extra effects. He's going for the silver tree. That is the trader landmark. So you'll be able to get that. There's not going to be a Yam Network with this tower rush, quote unquote, tower rush. But he does have 5 spearmen near, and actuality 7. So now you can load up. Yep. And this is the radius, I think, of the attack radius, right? The arrows don't go that far, 6 range, so that seems about right. So he's out of range to lock down this forest. If you're ever curious of how long a range that the towers have, 6 range, and sometimes it seems pretty short. The Khan has 5 range, so if you ever order the Khan to push forward, fire an arrow, that's at least 5 range, so you can perhaps make a brief estimate of what is 6 range from that. We're going fast on 4. This tower is still garrisoned. He may just want to use that as a very, very annoying hard point there. And I do got a handful of archers being deployed now. That archer does get our arrow there. The Khan could advance forward to get some arrows in return. Does get some damage there. Flying around that tower. This tower will keep his opponent on defensive for the time being. Don't see any traders just yet. You could pack this deer stone or the silver tree into the corner or somewhere nearby. Oh, no, it's going to put it right there, and then it's going to eventually put a market over here. That tower was placed a little bit too close. The tower's range, of course, is now 7 since he aged up. Also, this wolf will get stabbed, so no tamed exotic doggies. And now the scout is forced on back. Khan does receive its now what's it called? Mobile attack, firewall, firewall shooting, or yeah, firewall shooting. That's what I'm looking for. One villager does go down for yellow. Right now, yellow is ahead by 1 villager, however, and you could use the maneuver arrow to get close distance on that horseman if he so chooses. We got a decent force here of horsemen and archers, including a scholar here. Now he's trying to go for... Oh, maybe he's trying to go with the gold generation with the sacred site. Deploy on some walls as well. And this is horsemen and archers, so this force is relatively vulnerable to Mangonels, or not Mangonels, Magadais, as well as horsemen. So going for more horsemen is probably a good idea. Spearmen, not a good idea. And of course, you age up again to get the man at arms. Looks like these villagers have abandoned this tower here. Hasn't occurred the arrow slit. But with only one arrow, it can get easily overwhelmed. Horsemen are not going to fire, throw some torches onto the tower. Spearmen now trying to say, stop. They will force away those horsemen, but that's of course a large wave of archers advance forward, but these horsemen are going to be closing on in. But there's just too many horsemen here. Oh, that's one number of scouts, so it's 4 horsemen for 4 horsemen. He does get good kills there on those archers. Spearmen now receiving a bit of fire from those archers as well, so the yellows come back down off. It does put this guy on a patrol move there in order to camp that secret site, as well as over here to prevent the scholars from claiming those sacred sites. There's also a bit of opening here as well, so perhaps we can send one of those wounded spearmen to decapture it. And now the scholar is going to see some stabs there. The scholar's going to make his back, the spearman will go down. Horseman does receive a bit of fire there. Got some more horsemen being pulled on out. And these non-existent spears have been throwing me off quite a bit. I've been seeing that from both sides quite a bit. Oh, because that's a torch animation. They don't have they're holding out torches, but they're not on fire like the villagers and militia and spearmen. Outpost here is firing some arrows to defend himself, but do have now the 6th site being decaptured. But need to protect this area. He has put out some of these towers here to help improve the movement speed, or at least just that one. Oh, there's another one right here. Second side has been captured. And this market is seeing a bit of fire. There's at least one traitor out in the field. And it looks like this market will be set ablaze. Both will be spotted there. And now Yellow could turn around and hit those horsemen there. There's a good number of archers here. Got the spearman here. Does use the maneuver arrow there to allow these horsemen to engage more easily, especially those spearmen. And the spearman closing distance like that is very important. Now these archers are going to receive a lot of extra stabs from these horsemen. Now the horseman does force come back around, allowing the spearman to get some extra damage. But the spearmen are getting focused down quite significantly now. All the spearmen are dead. And he has queued to move a bunch of attack orders onto these archers. So it looks like Yellow will get overwhelmed here. Neither player's going for Castle Age just yet. And this market is being repaired up by this villager right there. And he's going to be cleaning off that single villager there. Does get that one overwhelmed. Archer's a little bit exposed. Go for these archers now, but there's just too many purple horsemen in here. Those horsemen are almost all dead. Spearmen are now pulling them back. Column's getting some damage there. Trying to protect this trade network there. Yellow's horseman is now down. One spearman remains. Now just the column and 2 caravans. I think that's just the column running away. This one has been decaptured. There's a single archer right there to support the horsemen. And I do have the step redoubt being put in now. If I remember correctly as well, that is the unique career that gives you extra gold generation if you step deploy it if it acts as a drop-off point. Scholar does not heal that villager And now this scholar is receiving a bit of fire. Stepper down and the Greer are packed on up. He's trying to swap them out to make sure he gets extra gold generation there. Good damage there on the horseman. And his second side has been decaptured. Purple's trying to go for an early sacred site victory. This point over here has not been, well, has been decaptured. Now some patrol move that horseman. Capturing this point will, of course, net some extra gold generation, but it will not spell countdown timer. Good number of people collecting resources there. Does have this silver tree right there. He could just put it back right here. It will provide him some gold generation. He perhaps can spend workers on meantime. Now we've got these forces advancing forward. He does spot this tower here. Some spearmen here for defense. Both of these villagers may go down. He does split up these horsemen. Does inside that tower there. We'll lose a number of these villagers. He didn't take time to drop off all that gold. And the horsemen will get some kills there on these villagers. And they will continue to gain some good kills on these villagers. Now we've got these lancers advancing forward, overwhelming these spearmen as well as these archers. They will all go down those lancers. Good damage there on the horsemen, down to 1 health. And more of these spearmen just being pushed away forward, but they're getting killed off. Lance is going in very deep. We'll see a bit of fire there. They have +1 pierce armor, so their armor pierce armor is 5. These archers have 6 damage, so those archers only do 1 damage per hit. Does throw out a scouting falcon as well. And although Callan himself will be falling on back. Or that's actually, I believe, a she. Yep. And do got some good damage onto these lancers. They're all severely wounded. And going back out off. We do have some nice now put out by purple as well. Some purple, yellow's lancers advancing forward. It is not a good engagement there. Yellow's lancers are far too wounded. He needs to fall back. There's just way too much force here. He can't. It may look like he has good numbers, but this force is way too wounded. Right now the villager count is 56-55. Good even numbers for both sides. So probably a little bit low at this point of game for both players. He does manage to get a town center built, and this force warded off. And he has rebuilt the market down here, and it will start retasking now. More lancers now being built by yellow. And as well as pulling out a lot of horsemen, so mixing some Magadai would not be half bad. Now I have an archer range here. We got the spearmen being put out, trying to clear out this sacred site. The 2 sacred sites are very secure. Well, this one's not that secure. There should be opening right there to sneak a unit through, but the possibility you can't. Nice is getting some great damage there onto these archers, taking them off. We've got multiple rugs being claimed by purple. It does kill off all those archers now. Lancers are start advancing forward. The mosque is right here. And do have this tower now garrison. And these lancers could take time to start pillaging some of this stuff. Up north, we've got these forces moving around. You will find these villagers right there. These villagers will be killed off. And the only remaining Lancer in this region will be quickly killed off as well. Spearman advancing forward, which will be killed off while it was moving around. Good damage there. And it looks like these Lancers will find a bit of a bad path to get back home. More walls being built over here. Those Lancers that were raiding around are almost down. Still got a horseman in this region as well. Now there is a potential sacred site victory for Magenta, but it won't be too hard to decapture some of these, though there is a keep over here. And some palisade walls. I think that's a boar being claimed there. Yep, boar's being claimed. I was trying to back on off. I do have this knight or lancer advancing on forward. Number of pastures going down. And then look at the stun stab there. That lancer will be picked on off. That still got a good decent force here as well. Seeing a bit of fire there. We do got these lancers still advancing around. Horseman does get a stun stab there. And the rest of these horsemen are charging forward. Yellow does find some of these villagers here, and they start getting overwhelmed. I think the South was upgraded with Springball. Does he got one of those lancers now? Yellow may need to fall back this region. I'm not sure where his Khan may be at. Actually, the Khan looks like it's just dead. Some of the steers now being cleaned on flame. We've got another keep right here as well. We got these guys right here. Oh, they're getting diverted. He does pack up this market here. The maybe opening in this corner. Looks like it. He may just want to put it right over here to get some sort of income. Knight does go down with there. Spearmen engage each other. Both of them, one's better and one's hardened. And Yellow's going to be trying to eye this sacred site to decapture. That trader will go ahead and go on down. And this market cannot escape this region. And these guys are still trying to go to that market, which is going to result in their death. Starting to capture the sacred site now. We got a keeping queued up here. It doesn't decapture that sacred site in time, so the sacred site still is counting down to 723 remaining. And you go ahead and patch up that hole there now. Let's take out those crossbowmen there. Spearmen now advancing forward. We got these lancers advancing forward, going for the siege engineers. So 2 town centers here, so there's a lot of garrison for these villagers, but not a lot enough for all of them. And he's going to lose a large number of these villagers right now. He's going to return back those spearmen. There's a good amount of arrows, defensive arrows here, but a large number of these villagers are going down. He's down now to 64. And these traders will be killed off as well. Not enough spearmen to help stop these areas, so I'm going to decapture this region. And he is decapturing. It may look like slightly off. Lancers and spearmen over here, trying to deal with these spearmen. And now finally got these lancers falling back home. He should have brought back the entire army, I guess, not just the spearmen. receive a lot of hits here. You now have a pretty sizable large infantry force here of mostly spearmen and crossbowmen, which should be very effective to those lancers, especially. Mangonels being put out by these spearmen, very nice. Mangonel's now put out on the field, needs to get that firing as soon as possible. That's exactly what needs to come from this horse. Gets a pretty good hit there on those crossbowmen, which is very important for his lancers. This secret site has not been decaptured, and now it's going to be a castle around every single one. Though his spearmen can deploy out some battering rams. Let's get some arrow fire. Receive some arrow fire there. And now attraction trebuchet is being built. Okay, you can stop speaking, lady. Farm tunnel siege. Wait, do castles act as drop-off points? Am I mistaken about something? Oh, that does give him some extra resources. Mongols will love the raid farm. Tractor trebuchet not firing. Oh, apparently the castle keeps candy access drop-off points. It's probably a civilization specific thing. But then again, I usually get Mongols I can't deploy out keeps. Good amount of damage onto those keeps now. Got these horsemen now making their way up north, and we've got these forces maybe trying to get into this area. Where is that? Yep, trebuchet's still firing away, and we'll still find this keep here. There's no safe spot to decapture that point. This keep also does 14 damage per arrow, so it's not the weaker arrow damage we can just sort of shrug off. And now the tractor trebuchets do get focused down by the spring dolls. There's only 3 minutes remaining left onto the secret site victors. Not looking good for yellow. We got a Mangonel here. Let's get deployed out right there to get some good damage. Spring dolls charging forward a little bit too far forward, and yellow does back out the game now. This is Angrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Oh, howdy, I just saw your Rumble comment. Let's see now. Next person, let's just go to this person here. Let's see now. 27-minute English mirror. I'm sort of tired of seeing English, honestly. 25 minutes. 15 minutes. 30 minutes. Let's go with this one here. Wait, didn't I already cast this replay? Maybe not. Greetings everyone, and great here of another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the yellow Abbasid dynasty. We have Lucifero and Spawn on the top left side as the green Chinese. We have Liquid Demu. Oh, looks like Yellow's claimed some sheep. Green looks like has not claimed any sheep. So no sheep are willing to follow him. And oh, Yellow's bringing back a nice haul there. And that's gonna be a lot of food for him. Green, however, now finding a couple sheep. And now do got the House of Wisdom here going for the military wing now, which likely means he's going for something highly aggressive. Upon completion, you get 2 spearmen, 2 archers in the when you head to the feudal age. So looks like Yellow may be eyeing for to be aggressive, though he may not to go aggressive, but may just want to go for some basic units on defense, which is also another possibility. Do now have the Imperial Academy deployed on out. Does see some arrows there from town center. Going for that Imperial Academy does allow him access to some additional Imperial officials, which does allow him to get some extra gold generation without doing much work. Yellow does find some more sheep right there. And where's those military units? There's those military units from the military wing. Currently just standing there menacingly. Wolf has been killed, has not bored. And Yellow's gonna be backing on off those military units. Got the 3 Imperial officials right here. Golden Tier Age 1 completed, or activated. Scout will stay alive. The health of oh, never mind. Let's see a bit of arrow fire there. So Yellow Scout is still very much alive. Green's not going for some forward walls. And do now have these archers advancing on forward. Trade wing is being deployed out by Yellow now, so it's going for a fast castle. And at that age, let's see now. When we go to Castle Age, you get 4 free traders. He does, of course, have the market, the neutral market over there. Not sure if he actually has deployed out market. Increases health and all by 15%. Not bad.
قوم جيشه بنجوين استمعوا بحرص على الفور.
Astronomical clock tower has been put up by Green, so he's going to go for his nest of bees, or the clock tower version of it. Get some extra healthy ones. And these walls will be completed right there. He's going to start taking time to put some damage in there. And does get some skirmishing shots there with these various archer fire, but nothing too significant. Green's going to be eyeing for a palisade gate here. You do have now a large number of marks being put out by Yellow, going first trade bonuses. Does have some lancers now go out in the field as well, so Green will need to go out in response. He's going for a handful of spearmen, or no, that's not spearmen, that's palace guards. Oh, it's spearman icon there, but it's the on-field icon. You now have also the upgraded hardened spearman on the research build queue. Spearmen do see a bit of fire there from these archers. These archers have severe trouble versus these lancers. Right now the archers do 5 damage. These lancers have 4 pierce armor. They're now got the palace guard advancing on 4. They're a fast, mobile man-at-arms unit, but not exactly great versus a large number of lancers like that. Looks like these, this wolf will receive a bit of fire, or receive some bites on those traders, and does receive some fire from the town center. You now have the armored caravans, gives plus 5 armor to traders and trade ships, which is actually quite large, honestly. Archers do go receive a bit of fire there. Spearmen and palace guards are now trying to advance them forward. These lancers still pose a massive threat to his opponent. There's a scout here to support these lancers in spotting, and Alshon trying to quickly build up that villager to allow them to get inside of the village. Abandoned on hatches to allow these spearmen and palace guards to get some good damage in. These villagers are trying to go for a mill here, trying to claim that food, but these lancers will spot them. He's not going to let these lancers die there, but he will get a number of these villagers. Multiple villagers just went down right there. I say just let them die there. Take out as many villagers as possible.
في الحال.
It's gonna try to back on off now. One of the Lancers do go down. The other one is severely wounded. He's still quite healthy.
أتوق إلى
And his Lancer still being pursued to the ends of the earth.
جهزوا أنفسكم يا جروم.
We got Spearman here as well as some more Lancers. Green's right now being contained to his base.
أتوق إلى الخدمة. أقود إلى الأمام. بالطبع.
This Lancer does see a bit of fire there. The Spearman in pursuit does get some good hits there onto this villager.
نحن نتعرض لقصف شديد. جميع الفرسان سيروا أيها الفرسان.
Lancer now advancing on forward. And does take out that one there with Spring Gold and place him in the Bardic in the Sun. Lancer still being pursued as we got the Spearmen are trying to chase him down.
الفرسان النبلاء مستعدون. في الحال.
It does take out one of those Lancers. These Lancers need to run around. Maybe make his way over here. A lot of wounded villagers can pick off. These forces will fall on back. There's a large wave of infantry advancing forward now, including a crossbowman. Crossbowmen are going to be a good call versus these Lancers.
يتحدوا علي أن أقودكم.
And, you know, keeping that monk around this corner wouldn't be half bad. Spearmen and Palace Guards getting some good damage there.
بالطبع.
Got a good number of markets in this region now.
يسرني أن أخدمك.
That Spearman does get picked off by a large number of veteran archers.
أولئك الجبناء.
That horseman does go down there. Large number of palisade walls are being built by Yellow. In fact, he's building probably a bit too many. I don't think there's a cross point over here. So I think it's walling off largely nothing. We're trying to re-pull out these walls and do now have a clock tower nest of bees here.
جهزوا أنفسكم يا رجال.
إنهم يطلقون علينا.
Does get some good damage there. Archers trying to make their way back. Lance now charging forward. There's a lot of spearmen in this region, so archers have to take them out first. These villagers need to fall on back. We're going to see a bit of fire there. Of course, that means a lot of help for the Yellow to deal with. Roll back these spearmen. Archers getting some great damage there. Clock tower nest of bees get some great damage right there. You also got a good number of crossmen here for Green as well. Like Green's still putting forward a lot of these spearmen into these villagers. And Green still has some villagers here. We've got some men at arms being pulled on out. Another one of those crossbows going down. Multiple crossbows going down. Does take up the Clockwork Tower nest of bees by Lancers. And Green's force has been repelled, but he has rebuilt this wall. Got another nest of bee firing good volley. Does get splashed on some of these archers.
الفرسان النبلاء مستعدون.
Palace Gate now we're seeing some fire. Oh, Palisade, not Palace. Palace Guards are calling them Palisades. Is that what their name's meant to represent? Yeah, that's a stupid joke. This bamboo or trees. Yeah, there's like a bamboo, wild bamboo tree. Is almost cleaned on up right there, so you will need to rotate around somewhere else.
يا رجال أوامرنا. المنزل.
And that's not a fully built Mangonel, now it's being built.
لقد
And now
انتهى
we've got the
الأمر.
Golden Age tier 2 for Yellow. That could be useful if his opponent deploys out some more units, while even having some extra range in your spearmen could be quite handy. You now have a keep here for green, and it's just going to go ahead and garrison them. Hit.
إنهم يطلقون علينا.
Clockwork Tower does get a small volley onto those forces, gets some splash damage right there. The rockets do follow their targets, so you have to be very careful not to lead your their opponent's rockets into your force. Like he's deep good damage there on this various force here, including the man-at-arms.
كما تشاء.
Palisade wall does go down as making his advance forward.
حان وقت السير. تحركوا يا رجال. انطلقوا. اتبعوا التعليمات. حان وقت السير.
He's going to be back on off into his villages. I do have also a granary deployed out here. And his Imperial official will be sliced down. Up here, got the Spring Gull received a fire from the Spring Gulls. Multiple Spring Gulls come on now. Of course, the Clock Tower Spring Gulls can withstand additional bolt. Got a good number of palace guards here doing some great damage versus man-at-arms. Man-at-arms should point out because palace guards and man-at-arms just have less armor. They do faster but less armor. Of course, we've got a good number of crossbows here for green as well as man-at-arms won't go over well. Oh, that was a very horizontal barrage there from the Clock Tower Nest of Bees. Punches do going down there, and looks like green will spray for the front line there. Probably large thanks to those Clock Tower Nest of Bees. These are just trying to run away. They'll have trouble for those run away for those man-at-arms.
أيها النشاب صوتا.
Or those Palace Guard.
الآن سيروا.
Good damage there. Good step micro.
أعطني هدفا أصيب حتى
Right now they're at
أضع
9 damage. The Palace Guard have only 5 armor.
أي هدف جديد.
Now I do got the Economic Wing. I thought you already went for the Economic Wing.
مجهودا جيدا.
What wing did he go the other time? Was it the Trading Wing? I thought it was the Economic Wing. By the way, it's going for the Economic Wing now. And an improved processing technology will become available.
قد انتهى الأمر.
Good damage there. All those Spring Gulls are being taken on out. These Spring Gulls have, well, one has good health, the other one doesn't have much health. Let's take out that Spring Gold as well. He may have some Spring Gold upgrades with increased range. Good damage there. New HP guns, so now Yellow's at H4. Crossbow trying to fall on his back. Yellow does have a large amount of crossbows as well, will be useful with his Palace Guards. It both have just heavy iron to heavy infantry, trying to counter heavy infantry. Spring Gulls can't do much damage versus the structures, and it's slowly going down there. Good damage there on that barracks. Jose has to retext those workers onto lumber. We also have now veteran and elite archers, veteran horsemen. He'll has claim all that foray as well. Green still on age 3, not getting any landmarks just yet. I do got a large wave of lances there. The crossbowmen existing will be useful for green.
إنهم يطلقون علينا النيران.
Keep now being pulled out over here.
关于土地需要探索，总骑兵，我会执行您的命令。
And these Palace Guards will distract his opponent's force, and he built some walls there, so he can't really pursue them down. Let's cancel it there to pursue those Palace Guards. And also going to try to hit some of these caravans. We do now have the Spirit Way being pulled out, military technology landmark. Dynasty-related technology can be researched here for 50% less cost, 100% research speed, while Dynasty unit is... When a Dynasty unit is killed, nearby units will receive 12% attack speed and 20 health over 10 seconds.
工作一做。
Elite, and battle hardened upgrade being researched on now. And now these siege units are getting overwhelmed, and these horsemen do not receive any damage from these crossbowmen. So he will lose a number of these siege weapons. As he's trying to repair it up in combat, does save on the spring galls there, but still got a decent force of crossbowmen here. I do now have the Imperial Palace being employed out as well, which does give him the Imperial Spies ability. Lassus 40 is starting to be cleaned on up. Horsemen now trying to make their way through this palisade wall.
很好地完成了。
Crossbow advance forward, got of course these clock tower nest of bees, lining up shot. First volley does connect onto these horsemen quite nicely. The guard's got the keep now firing away as well. Villagers now getting pushed on forward, does get taken out there. Horseman advancing forward as well. Clock tower, nest of bees, does get some decent damage there. Does take out the first palisade gate or wall there, which has to prevent that rest of the army from advancing forward. Another siege weapons went down over here as well. Right now the Yuan down C. Horsemen now starting to make their way forward. They're trying to break through this palisade gate. I do also now have a large number of Firelings being poured on out. Firelings will start out as elite, so you don't have to worry about any expensive upgrades for them. They're similar to Knights, where they just get a large alpha damage attack that does AoE damage. And the nice thing is you don't have to worry about any sort of research to get them upgraded as well, but they only pay for hero age. This battering does go down, palisade wall will be saved. And those villagers get all wiped out right there. The villager count right now is 132 to 131, so very similar villager count at the moment. Now do have a large wave of stone walls being poured out. This palisade wall is starting to go on down. We got these clock tower nest of bees, getting some good damage on in. And these spearmen are going to be making their way forward with some fire lances, getting some good hits as well. Over here, do have this palisade gate. You're seeing a bit of fire there. Got a good number of lances here. But there was an opening there, so now Yellow does manage to exploit the opening. He's fall back to the spearmen, palisade guards, in fact, everything, honestly. These horsemen not advancing forward. This is going to do a lot of damage to his economy. Crossbowmen are getting some good hits there on the crossbowmen. Got Green's force here, now trying to hit Yellow's force here, so it's going to be a very, very messy fight right now. Both sides are at pop cap. I hear the pop caps sound effect playing out quite a bit. These villagers being pursued by these archers. Looks like Yellow will lose a large number, or Green will lose a large number of villagers. Yellow's already lost a large number of villagers. Horsemen trying to pursue these horsemen. They've got some more fire lancers being poured on out. Yellow has a very, very large number of battery rams here, but these clock towers next to these will get some great AoE damage on there. Battery rams in this game cannot be used to target other siege weapons like Mage Fires 2. And a number of these battery rams are going down. Spring balls are reasonably effective versus these battery rams. They just have they have 60 pierce armor. Spring balls do have plus 70 damage versus siege. They do 50 damage minus the 60, so it's down to 40 damage per bolt. And cannon is deployed on out. We do knock up this fire lance. Let's get a good alpha strike there. And they are cleaning up that force there. Spring balls finding some shots there. It looks like the clock tower and nest of bees have fallen back as well. And now got Green's going for a relic, unsuccessful. Nor did he try to go for conversion. And he also got a large number of elite fire lancers getting some good hits there onto these on this market. Let's get a great volley there. Those supposed to do get clean up. We've got these spearmen here, and we got a massive global heal just been activated. Some sort of landmark that does that. I'm not sure which landmark does that. Those fire lancers, of course, are not a good counter to those spearmen because they just use a brace, denying that alpha strike from the lancers. Palace guards advance forward with the support of fire lancers. There's a large number of battle rams here, pulled out by yellow. Good volley there. Fire lancers now just streaming on in, bypassing the spearmen. Palace guards are going to have to focus down these battle rams there. Of course, he does have spring bolts for that purpose. Fire lancers are eyeing somewhere. Where is all the Yellow's villagers? Yellow's villagers over here. There's also a relic just sort of sitting in the middle of all of it. We left some Pope blood there. You now have the villagers not being hit by these fire lancers, and there's going to be a great alpha strike there, hitting a large number of those villagers as well. Yellow's now down to 111 to 122. Yellow does have decent reserve of food, not a lot of reserve of food or gold. May have missed too much on those battle rams, and Yellow does back out of the game now. This is Adam Grade saying thank you for watching, and on to next replay. Let's see now, who's next person? Let's go with this person here. This name's probably a little bit too common. I can try giving this one a guess. Oh, that's probably not the one I'm looking for. Well, let's just find a different person then. Hidden. Hidden. Let's see now. Yep, that's definitely the one I'm looking for. And hidden. It's probably too common name, but this one may be it for all the diamonds down below. Yep. Here we go. 16 minutes. So, may have cast some of these from last week. Oh, that one looks like a pretty good one here. And before we get started, I need to use restroom again. I've been drinking a little bit too many fluids, so please give me another moment. Oops, didn't mean to bring up Shadowplay. About that, so let's go ahead and get started. Greetings everyone, and Grade here for another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the top left side as the Magenta Rus, we have David Kim. Spawn on the bottom right side as the Orange Holy Roman Empire, we have Opa. Also, I don't see a lot of replays of Holy Roman Empire, so this should be a bit interesting. I know at least about, of all the factions in the game, Holy Roman Empire is probably the least one I know about. Of course, got him claim up those deer there. Magenta does go and claim that deer, as well, or wolves I should say. So wolves, I should find a good number of wolves here. Let's find those deer as well. Over here, let's find another wolf, as well as a bunch of sheep. And just gonna clean up all these wolves there. This one's still running around, so we've got, what, three scouts for Pink. Pink does find a hit there onto that scout as well. Let's clean up all of these wolves. All this deer has been killed off as well. These ones have been killed off, or still alive. So I think all the wildlife's dead. Maybe a wolf or two is still alive. So let's switch over out of caster vision so we can see what his furs are at. He is currently at 315, which does give him the level 2 furs. They also got this militia advancing on forward as well, which means he's gone for Kremlin. Orange has gone for the Akin Chapel, a religious landmark. Let's see what it does. The spires are units in a large radius around, units in a large radius, so as long as a prelate is garrison. Access drop-off point for all resources, and of course get the emergency repair ability. That radius does come out really far there. Extra carrying capacity, giving the villagers plus 40% carrying capacity. But what type of ore is it again? All villagers increase their gathering speed, gather resources 40% faster. That says 40% carry more. Maybe it's 40% carry more rather than 40% gathering speed, because that is two very distinct things. And it looks like they're still affected by it. These scouts getting some good damage here. Militia are here as well. So these villagers now being pulled on off. The town center is not fully built. This villager's down to 1 health. Does claim out 1 villager. This villager's down to 7 health. The militia's down to 30 seconds remaining. Does hop inside the town center as well. Town center does receive some air, a couple torches there, but we'll gun down that militia. How wide of a radius is that? Oh wait, it is 40% carrying rate. It's just sort of, that's the passive ability. I'm getting those two abilities mixed up. So how wide of a radius is that? It reaches out all the way to here, not to here. So maybe built in a bit of a bad spot? Here, can we switch to caster mode, out of caster mode? Okay, that's what it says the radius is. And these guys are actually not being affected by it, so they're just getting a lingering effect. So that's the radius there, so you can probably eye your farms there. He did that to around the gold in the wood. So that's interesting. Let's switch back over here, still just 315. And Pink has gone for a forward town center here to claim this food as well as potentially some stone. Let's kill off one of those villagers right there. Of course, got an early night. Does receive some arrows there as well. Smear advancing forward. I can see this Akin Chapel going to be very useful for as a giant farm drop-off point. Putting right here, it's easy to collect the wood and gold. Maybe we should have built it out farther away from town center in order to get more farm placement. Because you could go for double stack farms and put mills around the other side of the farms to get better drop-off points for the outside farms. Let's try to go for a palisade wall look around this relic there. These horsemen and scout will spot that. These Spearman advancing forward, trying to get some good damage onto these knight and horsemen, not horsemen, scout. Spearman trying to still pursue these horses. Got these walls been pulled out here. One of the people just say yelled out Beelzebub. By the way, got these villagers trying to build these palisade walls there. Spearman getting some good hits there on the horsemen. And this villager probably will be killed off. You got some archers now pulled out on the field with these spearmen to support. And these horses are still sort of just dancing around now. And this knight will get some damage there onto one of the villagers. Does kill off that villager as well. And the knight does go down, so does the scout. Horsemen and scouts are advancing forward. Ink will go ahead and wall off this relic, but does wall his own villager on the inside. And now that villager can't do anything for the time being, and he's going to build himself a palisade wall to get out of there. Palisade walls are 25 wood, so it's definitely worth it to save a 50 food villager. Plus, you need that villager to start gathering up. Over here, I heard a wolf, so some player managed to get another wolf killed. And he's trying to wall this off as well. If this villager does see some stabs there through the wall. And this archer is getting some damage there, but will be overwhelmed. Archers now receive a bit of fire. Let's throw some arrows there onto that scout. Now these spearmen are getting some good hits in as well. We do have a knight here, but he's getting overwhelmed by these spearmen. We now have Ragnar's Cathedral being pulled up by Orange. These horsemen are falling back away from these, or knights are falling back from the horsemen. Dragig's, how do I pronounce that? Ragnar's Cathedral. Another religious landmark, unique to the whole Roman Empire. Acts as a monastery, all relics can generate additional 100% gold while garrisoned. And that's why his opponent is walling off those relics, to deny that relic income. Which just seems nice, but relics don't exactly provide that much gold, or does that really amplifies that? Also prevents its easy time for building a monastery. The other landmark must not be really that good if that's the primary landmark, because that doesn't seem like a very, very powerful landmark to me. I could be mistaken about that. Early knights were running away from these horsemen, so receiving some damage here. Knights have 3 melee armor, attack armor, while these horsemen do have 9 attacks, so they do 6 damage per slice. Now, Pink's going to be breaking down some of this palisade wall. Both players have 52 villagers as well. The forces aren't making their way forward, and we do have now the Abbey of Trinity being pulled out, not the High Trade House, which is usually a pretty powerful landmark to get some good passive gold generation, as well as some good food generation with the deer. Now this horse maintaining that breach. What unique text here for the monks? Inspire villagers per truck 15% faster, not bad. Gather 10% faster, not bad. And prelates can inspire military units, increasing their armor and damage by 15%. I wonder if that's an active cast? Let's see. Or is it passive? It looks like it is an active cast. Or inspires target unit. Villagers. Okay, inspiring gives villagers increased resource gather rate. Lasts 30 seconds on villagers, 60 seconds on military units after the research inspire warriors technology. These forces have fallen back by a good number of knights not put down out. Spearmen, archers, and crossbowmen in one early knight over here. That should be enough for us to counter this mounted force. Makar in the speed. And you got a line of palisade walls right here. You also got a hunting cabin here, fighting 9 gold per minute, not a whole lot. Does see another villager there. Now these horsemen will be backing on off over here. New technologies. Saint's Blessing improves the range of Saint's Blessing by 5 tiles and increases the health of warrior monks. Horsemen are pushing way forward. Does see a bit of damage there. And you've got a large number of crossbowmen here, so this knight will not last very long. Does take out the spearman there, but the knight does go down. These horsemen are doing some great work against Orange's or Pink's villagers. Pink does have a superior number of villagers, now an inferior number of villagers. And his force is not properly chasing down these forces. Looks like all these crossbowmen do get cleaned on up. We got the sounds over here firing some arrows. Got some villagers here. We got now a warrior monk as well. Let's get a Saint Blessings here. Saint's Blessing does wear off. This force is sort of just running around to distract his opponent. And it looks like both of these relics have been claimed as well. They've been busted open. So Orange has claimed those relics. Maybe it was actually Pink. Also, Swabia is not being put on out. I don't know why. That just reminds me of Mounted Blade, not Bannerlord, Warband, where it's like Kingdom of Swadia, which could be related. More relics being claimed and being brought back home. Let's see. None here. 3 relics for Pink, so Pink has claimed the relics for his own usages. Very nice. And now Orange going for the Sacred Site. And that knight does go down as well. Palisade wall is receiving a bit of fire there. It will soon go. It takes up the villager trying to repair it up as well. So we'll go down. You have these knights now advancing on forward. You now have Imperial Age for Orange. Let's see, what did that cathedral do? Or a palace? Let's see. Access Town Center produces villagers at 200% faster at 66% of cost. Cost to build this landmark is reduced by 20%. So it just if you start losing villagers, you at least have a quick way to get them reproduced. Because 17 food villagers at 6 seconds, that is very fun. But at this late point of the game, that's sort of not that great. You could just go for a rush towards it. Then you would be a rush towards investing not as a military force, as a timing tack, but more or less a way to get more villagers out. So it's not like something you would rush out. But would I to go for sooner rather than later? Because right now, Pink is ahead of Pink in villager count by a fair margin right now. Knights are starting going down. We got these forces advancing forward, getting some great damage there. Then use emergency repair on this town center. But now it is still going down. He will lose it. But he doesn't exactly need this town center anymore. That town center does in fact go down. Over here, you got these knights being cleaned on up. That will go down. The large number of infrastructure going down for orange. This cathedral only has one relic on the inside. And now Pink's forces is advancing forward. It is braving the towns to the fire, but now a lot of these villagers going down. Orange does have a decent force of spearmen here, but not enough to really engage this army. Though the town centers are getting some good fire there, it does have a keep here, which I some odd reason have trouble selecting. Houses and mining camps going down. The ore influence of Akin Chapel is a bit diminished. You can maybe make that a bit more optimized with that build radius. Now using reverse repairs to stall the force here. More horsemen being employed now, which is going to be very useful versus these crossbowmen, that's for sure, as well as the archers, but still a good number of spearmen in the region. There's a load up the town center with a bit more as well. I've got this force here engaging these gold miners as well. It's not good for orange, but he does have, of course, this landmark to rebuild his workers as quickly as he can rebuild and repair these structures. It's not instantaneous, but pretty fast. Let's go on down. We've got these crossbowmen engaging this elite horsemen. Orange can deny off the reinforcements of his opponent by placing a couple horsemen there, but still this massive force here. Those none of it's mounted, all foot troops, but did lose a lot of this infrastructure. Did lose a lot of forces over here, but Orange still has a superior number of villagers to his opponent. Though granted, a large number of them are now being retasked. Mangonel is something that Orange does get out. Very nice. These forces sort of moving around. Horsemen are being cleaned on up. And Pink has now fully withdrawn. He could have pressed advantage. But since he had a auto force hitting his opponent's town center, but it does fall back in order to gauge this small force here, which is actually great for Orange, as it does buy him some time from his town from being burned down. Still got this force here. Warrior Monk does go down there. There's elite force going down as well. A great Mangonel shot there, getting some great AoE damage. His force will be cleaned on up. This orange force is making its way back to the breach. Still got this sizable force here as well. More farms being employed on now. A little bit high in sprawl. A good number of these guys are still affected by the improved resource gathering radius. High armors. Oh wait, Pink has not gone for Impure Age just yet? Okay, Pink's not going for Impure Age, getting out the high armory. That changes quite a bit of map. Because now Pink needs to get a lot of technology research. He's lacking a lot of resources, has plenty. And Pink does have a severe, massive gold income at the moment, though. I think he just finished off a gold mine there. Looks like neither side has trade caravans at the moment. These are all farms, not markets either. Pink still has a significant force here, but it'll see a pretty good volley there. Does not get a good hit there. Pink's going to be backing on off over here. Horsemen receive a good amount of fire there. We have a defensive keep here as well, going for the oil upgrade. Orange maybe eyeing for a counterattack, trying to break through these palisade walls. But Pink is going to deploy out defensive keep here, which is very important. We do know how this palisade wall will go being hit. Of course, since it's the fortified palisade wall, it is much more durable than its opponents. At 2,500 versus just 1,250, so it's literally double the health. Gonna take time to repair up, compare village as well. Single spearman does get a good damage jump through that knight, and the wall will be held. Blah. Now going for this gold here as well. There is currently 13 villagers there, so a quick trip inside the castle could keep them nice and protected. It looks like he may be running a little bit slow there. And it looks like these villagers are going to get overwhelmed. Some of them do get inside. He does manage to save 10 out of 13 villagers there. These forces start making their advance. Right now, Orange does have a total population consumption of 183. Its opponent's at 186, so the military seems very similar, but it looks like Orange's military is quite spread out. He does also have less military at the moment because he has more villagers, which is actually a bit of a problem. He's right now at 39 to 78. But we've now got a culverin being pulled out that is a good long-range cannon. But of course, it's an anti-siege cannon. We're going to potentially build some falconets to go along with that culverin. The Mangonels are probably better at that anti-infantry purpose. This force is very bunched up. And these villagers will spot everything going back on home. He's going for a pair of defensive outposts here now. I do have these horsemen advancing forward.
In die Sattelreiter.
This may look like a castle, but it's not a castle. These horsemen could find some good damage onto these farmers. Not sure how many hunting cabins he has around for gold generation. This one does provide 15 per minute. Now, Manchester's offensive forward does get some great damage there onto the cathedral. There's a decent force here for defense. Constance is also firing away as well. As much damage as possible. It does have some Streltsy deployed on the field. And one of these cathedrals still going down, but they do use their mercenary repairs to get it quickly healed up. Not fully built, however. Streltsy and Spearman now advance forward with a good number of crossbow and support. It should be very effective for these Spearmen. Mangonel does find a volley there, but its predictive aiming made it range short, so it did very good damage there. That Mangonel fire did some great work there. We've got now the two culverins here, but no falconets. Just getting some great damage there. Got these big spread out battle right there. The crossbows and Streltsy over here are not being focused down. Some of these Mangonels are falling down, but the spring ball does go down to the culverins. And you also got a cannon placement here as well. Orange force being, or Pink's force being forced on back. I'm not sure where the Orange Horseman wave went. Yep, I don't see any carcasses either. We do have a keep now being pulled up here by Orange with some good power outposts being pulled out with all of the cannon placements. These defensive placements are much cheaper for the Holy Roman Empire as well. Gold mine being collected quite aggressively for Orange. Larus has a pretty good gold income as well. 128, but I'm not sure where he's collecting that gold at. Also, way forward, you got now these spearmen advancing forward as well. Of course, we got a castle here. No upgrades onto it. Streltsy now face forward, gunning down those hardened spearmen. Or they're probably elite spearmen at this point. Archer range does go get burnt, being set alight. This force sort of advancing forward. There's a good number of Mangonels here. You may want to get out some more. This force seems pretty vulnerable to Mangonels. You got, however, a very, very large force of Springalds here. Culverins can make short work of them if they get in the range. Culverins can have 12 tower range and deal like 185. Springalds only have 125 health. And they only have, they do have 12.5 range. So the Springalds actually outrange the Culverins at this moment in time. It actually does suppose upon those Culverins, they will be shot first, but they are very durable at 120 health, or 220 health. They're now advancing forward, but they're going to get ripped apart. They're trying to stall for these Culverins. The cathedral has been repaired. More horsemen being blown out, trying to go for these siege weapons. But they're getting gunned down quite quickly. We got a big wave of horsemen now advancing forward. He's a crossbowman. Crossmen do not do bonus damage to horsemen. And he's going to close on in. Streltsy, however, can do some good damage. There's Spearman does close a distance there. Horsemen should be able to do some great work for all these archer units. So the Springalds will go on down as well. Not sure what the Mangonels may have went. They may have been destroyed. And all the horsemen have been destroyed there. We did do a sniff chunk of damage there. Horsemen for a bunch of technology. Upgrades Landschnecks to Elite Landschnecks. Landschnecks are uniquely low health, countered by archers, melee attacks. So they're their own unique unit. They're a light melee infantry unit, not a heavy melee infantry unit. These houses start being burned down. Do got these battering rams here. Nothing here to counter the battering rams. Of course, got a bit of oil here, getting some good AoE damage. And this archer force is advancing forward, but taking time with these outposts. Do now got a good wave of horsemen, as well as Culverins being flown out, as well as some more Mangonels. Alcohol buildings up to 30%, so even more durable buildings. Health of siege engines and their range armored by 10. Those Culverins, however, will rip them apart. That extra health. Can't say the Culverins. I think the Culverins should be a one-shot those Springalds. Maybe not. Plus 20% health would be basically another 22 plus 10 range armor. Yeah, I don't think that's enough to withstand a Culverin shot still. This force will be cleaned up finally. Now got this horseman advancing out forward. Horsemen now engaging. Of course, these are spearmen. Hopefully now making the way forward. Culverins do fire a shot. Taking some damage. That's like the great AP infantry tools that you need. The spirit horsemen are starting to clean that up. Got these Landschnecks coming forward. They just have 25 damage, so they are just a high damage unit. Nothing special about them. High damage, not as highly armored compared to man-at-arms. But it's there on those forces as they're falling back. They're trying to regroup. Got a good number of Springalds here. Have the Culverins receive any sort of range upgrade? No, they do not. They're still being outranged by Springalds. Springalds now have 150 health and additional armor, so they're at 30 armor, so effectively 180, but the Culverins do 185, so they still get one shot by the Culverins. But the other siege weapons can probably make use of it. Well, it's just these battering rams. You now have a town center being pulled out here. Battering rams are getting knocked around a little bit more. Oil damage. It is 31. Oh, hot oil siege damage, not fire damage. Interesting. I thought it was fire damage for some odd reason. Emergency repairs here for the outpost. I think that's why he built the town center there, for emergency repairs. This outpost is now being upgraded with cannon. It's also fortified. keeping an absurd 31,085 health. He's having extreme amount of trouble dealing with it, and the emergency repairs are just going on forever, aren't they? And if he does get fully repaired, that assault was locked down thanks to that town center being freshly built. Now have a keep being deployed out here. The second site's not being captured. Horsemen advancing forward, trying to get some good damage there onto these villagers, which are just losing a large number of villagers here. Keep now being deployed on out. Keep has been, well, I saw him being built while at max health. Camp does go down. Wooden Fortress is not fully built, just a couple hammer strikes being built. Now do got a bombard here. The bombard, of course, a excellent anti-structured weapon. But here comes the Culverins. Culverins are a bit of fire there. Does take out that bombard there, but when the Culverins do in fact go down, they got a large firing line of Springbolts here. Keeps do have a range of 8, so these Springbolts do outrange the castle, so you can't slowly chip it down at a severe range with the Springbolts. But now the battery is advancing on forward. Of course, they're getting shot by these Culverins. They can shot them, or two shot them. More horsemen advancing forward. The keep now receiving quite a bit of fire. When the Culverins to go down, we got these Streltsy now falling on back. Some of these horses are getting picked on off. More spearmen are advancing forward, but the Streltsy, of course, a very effective unit. Do now have towns that are being pulled out here, eyeing to get some emergency repairs onto this keep, making it even more durable. Now advancing forward with a whole bunch of Streltsy and spearmen try to burn down the castle. There's a decent defense force here. Horsemen now advancing forward, trying to hit this infrastructure. Spearman does close a distance there, trying to get some good damage on these Streltsy. Horseman now pushing way forward, trying to deal with this bombard. Council is almost complete. Battery will be able to see fire from the Culverin and the Horseman. The bombard is still up and going. Archers, however, getting some great damage there on these forces. This got the incendiary arrow upgrade. And now more and more elite horsemen now charging their way forward. Keep now received quite a bit of fire. House is still pretty far from being built. As long as you deal with a bombard, you may be able to save the keep there with emergency repairs. The bombard will be complete. Does cancel town center there because he knew he was going to lose the keep. These forces are pushing the way forward, trying to get some good damage on in. That lumberyard does go down. There's a line of defense here. Now it looks like Pink's trying to go for a forward castle. That's unlikely going to happen. Orange has a fresh wave of reinforcements. Horsemen and archers with these out of gold, really. Looks like neither side has gone for traders. And all those wolves have gone down. Orange starting to make it. Get a decent engagement here. Orange does not have a lot of resources on it. It's about 800, 700 in each resource, nothing too significant. While over here, the Roost does have a good reserve of wood, small reserve of food, but no gold. Probably all came from castles, or not castles, hunting camps for those passive gold generation. Battery's still trying to push the way forward. We've still got Culverin here, trying to deal with these battery ramps, horsemen, and spearmen trying to stop them as well. When I go for this keep here, this keep is still, multiple keeps are actually queued on the field for Magenta or Pink. So Pink's now trying to close and deal with a castle push. Going for emergency repairs on this archery range. Orange trying to go for a large number of horsemen and does get a wave of spearmen deployed on field. Trying to find another keep now, but the archers getting some great damage on those villagers. White ripping them apart. Pink does not have a whole lot of villagers remaining, so his economy is going to receive massive hits there, losing all these villagers. But he's had them rebuilding back at home. He has plenty of food for rebuilding them back at home. Culver's still trying to get these battering rams, which is slowly being whittled down. Looks like all those villagers have been cleaned on up. Got the spearmen trying to deal with these archers. More horsemen being brought in the mix. Still got a pair of bombars back here. I think still got a big wave of sprinkles as well, so Orange just can't really go out his siege from and all the sprinkles do nail Orange's battering ram, which does draw a lot of fire there. Got some more villagers being deployed on now. Orange's archers trying to deal with these villagers now. And it's good hits onto them. Orange's battering ram does find some hits there. The culverin does go down. More battering rams are caught up by Orange. Pink's battering ram is still holding away. Orange trying to mount any sort of defense here. Orange down to 19 units, trying to kill as many forces as possible. A lot of archers in the build queue. And Orange is back out of the game as well. His economy just couldn't last and unable to muster up a force in time. And he couldn't probably build out on trebuchets in time to deal with these keeps. He did some great work to get those villagers. If Pink's assault there would have failed, Pink would have been done for, because he was using most of his villagers for this push. By the way, this is Andgrade saying thank you for watching, and on to the next replay. Well, I have enough time for one more replay. So let's see now. Let's see if this person has open replays. No rank, so maybe not this person. If that's the person I'm looking for. We do got a large number of games here, but all of them custom. And take a look at this queue here. French and Rus. Mongol and Rus. 22 minutes. Now let's go and do this one here. And it's probably gonna be my last replay for tonight. Greetings everyone, and Grade here of another Age of Empires 4 replay. Spawn on the bottom right side as the red Delhi Sultanate. We have Vortex. Spawn on top left side as the yellow English. We have WOM 01. Let's see now, what's this research? Allows scholars to garrison in military buildings. Of course, some is free research is getting. Scholars do cost a bit of gold there, so you can't really afford to go for them all too much at the moment. Looks like a Red Scout does find a good number of sheep there. Yellow's finding even more sheeple. Now we got the Tower of Victory employed now. The Tower of Victory enables Tower of Victory Mosque Madres to increase attack speed of nearby infantry by 20% when produced in their influence. Oh, when produced in their influence, which means that is a permanent buff for anything that gets built nearby the structure. Not an aura effect for the infantry units, but it's actually an aura effect to improve the structures that build the infantry units. Interesting. And of course, over here, got the Council Hall, allow them to deploy out archery units and works faster. We now have a forward town center being pulled out by Yellow, trying to claim these deer. And that's going to kill off that deer there with a scout. Very nice. Do got some horsemen deployed on out by Red. Got a scout and horseman advancing forward over here. And fast forward a little bit, since they're sort of just dancing around, not actually engaging. I don't care about the tooltip. I'm not actually the one who's playing. Got these horsemen. Actually, primarily the scout that received a bit of damage there. Does get forced back. Got a good number of spearmen and longbowmen now deployed on the field. And now the 6 sites being captured by an Earth with a Scholar. Getting some nice little bit of tie at the gold. We do not have an outpost employed out here, which would be a great way to help not only secure the sacred site, but also with the castle network effect. The scout here may go down, and the scout does in fact go down. But this horseman does see a bit of fire there. There's a good number of horsemen here, as well as he actually gone for a second scout as well. Red does have a click on the mini map there. Red does have a significant force here of 8 archers, 6 horsemen, and a scout. You have a not longbowman here. Outpost here, not fully built. Got a handful of spearmen here as well. Red's now advancing over the sector. I'm not sure the sector site has been captured. It's one of the ones not being captured at the moment. We got these longbowmen moving around, spearmen advancing forward as well. Horsemen may find a good flank opportunity to hit these forces, such as these exposed gold miners. Fast forward a little bit. We do also got the melee armor and arrow armor, the pierce armor. I'd say the pierce armor is pretty good versus opponent's current longbow play. We do also got these steeled arrow upgrade as well, the range upgrade. Does get inside the town center there with 2 or 3 villagers. Barely, but does. Let's get some good damage there on the horseman. And the spearman does see a bit of fire from these arrows. Longbowman and spearman making the way forward now. We have this mill now being deployed on out. Very nice. But it is relatively exposed as opponent's current attack angle, but is in the radius of the influence of the town center. Archers making their way back. These guys are still in this general area. You have a decent force here of horsemen and archers. And now you got the Scholar now being bitten by a wolf. The wolf is demanding head pass and Scholars refusing to give them, so he will be bit to death. We do have now outposts here. He has been upgraded to fortified outpost and now going for the arrow slits. Trying to make his way forward as well. These longbowmen could potentially use the palings upgrade, but here comes the spearman. They do knock around the longbowmen a little bit. Let's fall back. Outpost receiving a bit of fire. There's us longbowmen trying to stutter step away. He's trying to focus down these archers. Get some good hits there. Tanzo is firing some arrows as well. And these guys are all on armor, so they will receive quite a bit of downside of fire. Looks like these spearmen mostly have gone down. Longbow's making their advance once again. Another 6 site has been captured. Looks like the wolf did not kill the Scholar. Let's give him some head pats. And Red's force is quite wounded. Red could advance forward. All those areas in the influence of the town center, so maybe not so much. Over here, we got now the wolf now buying the scholar once again. Still demanding head pats. And over here, now got these horsemen trying to find an angle here. I need to return, seek shelter there. Does lose one of the gold miners. And does manage to get, well, looks like one of the villagers will be left out of the town center, but looks like she will not get killed off. These horsemen are advancing forward as well, still not enough garrison space for these villagers here. And these horsemen will be forced on back, all of them quite wounded. Got these horsemen here as well. Did perhaps return to work a little bit too early. Now horsemen will be killed off right there. Looks like the Red's going to go for this middle here. Does find the wolf there. And now these forces are making their way forward. There's of course the outpost here, as well as a good number of longbow in the region. So they will get a good defense position there. It does kill off some of those forces. The wolf is starting to come forward as well. And over here, these horsemen are advancing forward. These guys are quite wounded. The spearmen can do a lot of damage here. Let's got one of the horsemen now. And now looks like Red's going for melee armor as well. More longbows being pulled up at the council hall. New age has begun. Looks like Red has gotten his age up. He has deployed out the compound defender. Infantry units can build stone walls, gates, towers, reduces stone cost of buildings and their emplacements by 20%. Thane's defensive technologies. Of course, his other wonder was the Tower of Victory, of course. Over here, the Longbowmen advancing over here, trying to recapture that secret site. We do got still a decent force right here. You have a handful of palisade walls, nothing too significant. Getting these ages up, we'll start researching this stuff now. It's really hard to do timing tax with Delhi Sultanate, even though they get free research. Timing tax are still a bit of a problem because you can't just put age up and then get research. No, that your research takes forever. This town center has nothing garrison on the inside. Maybe whatever future villagers here on the inside. These longbowmen are far away from home. Got these small force here, not enough. That villager does not stay inside the town center. And now this time to receive massive amounts of fire there. The outpost is trying to do as much damage as it can, but it won't do all too much. And town center went down pretty easily. Now the fortified outpost is under fire, and these guys are going to receive the benefits from it as they start advancing to this force. The outpost is receiving massive amounts of fire, and would now be set ablaze. But the longbowman will get some lots of free damage there. There's still a villager right here. He can perhaps, if he realizes there's a villager right there, he can quickly get that up here to repair up the fortified tower. But nope, he does cute away and have this other one make his way forward. Power's down, shrinking down very, very quickly in health. We do also have some knights being employed on now, or lancers, and does manage to get the tower in time.
وقت جنبیدن بود. جلو با دلیری مردم. به حرف من پیش روید. بحر اطاعت زنده همی ماند.
Red does have a good mixed force here of horses, knights, and archers. Bone just deploying out a massive force of longbowmen as well as some spearmen. But Yellow needs to perhaps focus more on the military. He's going for the veteran spearman upgrade, going for more longbowmen. Does have the veteran longbow research as well. Got these horses now advancing forward. We do have the scholar has been spotted there, and we'll see some arrow fire from the longbowman. Oh, I can't get close enough for the conversion. Now these horses backing off. The tower could be quickly focused down. Now all these villagers may get killed off by these horses. Yellow does have 84 villagers. One only has 55, so killing off these villagers is very important for Yellow. Do not have trade caravans deployed up by... Nope, that's not trade caravans. Red's force does fall back. So got a good force of archers here. Horseman now advance forward. Does find some Vanguard men-at-arms, unupgraded Vanguard men-at-arms for front line. And his force is falling on back. Scholar is trying to make his way to the far side, avoiding any additional spotting there. There's a single longbow in this region, but it's being passed on. Nope, there's a patrol move for him. And this horseman, or maybe that had been a scout, was going on down. Both sides are just dancing around, getting some economic upgrades. This fortified outpost is now being on fire once again. It does have a good number of longbowmen here for damage outpost. And thanks to the castle network, it's an additional 15% attack speed. Spearmen on a large number of spearmen here to support as well. The outpost has been set ablaze. We've got a good number of man-at-arms here. They have right now 5 pierce armor. You need to focus on that pierce armor against the English, honestly. Hanging out deployed on the field. Another good item for all these spearmen and longbowmen. We also have now a power elephant, which can fire moving like the Maggot Eyes, but on a much more durable elephant platform with a melee attack, siege, and it does have a siege attack as well as a melee attack. The wolf does find a scholar there, but this time the wolf may not go away. We're gonna go for a outpost here for the castle network benefits. We got a bit of stone being claimed here as well. We also got incendiary animals being fired from the Berkshire Castle, kind of pure H for the English, of course. It's going for the elite longbowman and spearman upgrade, as well as the enclosures, farms, bows giving full generation. Power elephants are seeing quite a bit of fire right there. And power elephants do go down. They do have 8 pierce armors, quite a bit. And now we've got a red keep being pointed out. After the spearman gains a great damage down to those elephant. The elephant does go down. We got a spring gold here. I'm not sure how to pick the spring golds with ranged cavalry and elephant, but not siege. So the spring golds shouldn't do extra damage to those elephants. So they'd probably be a great item to skewer them. We got a tower here for the castle network upgrade. He does not have the castle network being researched. We do have now the armor clad, which I think he still has early man-at-arms. But yeah, he's going from early to Vanguard to early. And wait, Red backed out of the game? Why did Red back out of the game? It seems a little bit too early for Red to back out of the game, but it looks like Red backed out of the game. Guess because he couldn't complete the keep, he lost all the villagers. No, there's still some villagers there. Not sure why he backed out of the game so early. By the way, this is Anagrade saying thank you for watching. On to the next replay. So now looking at it, that is going to be my last replay for tonight. So everyone, thank you for watching. Have a good evening. Get some good rest.